So hi and thanks for watching. This is a video about CBD for dogs with seizures. So we'll quickly talk about seizures and epilepsy in dogs, discuss how CBD can help seizures and what are the benefits of CBD for dogs. Then we'll quickly discuss and review some dosage guidelines and then highlight some case studies. So I'm Blake Armstrong, and that's a picture of my dog, Rosie. And I run the informational website, cannabissupplementsforpets.com. So if you need more detailed information about CBD for dogs, you can certainly head over to that informational website. Now, before we jump into the content of this video, I just wanted to highlight these 4 testimonials that I came across just to give you an idea of how well CBD oil and products are working for dogs with seizures. So we're just going to highlight these 4 here. The first one comes in, it says, I ordered some tincture and also some capsules, and my dog's seizures have already reduced by 50%. She's now getting them less often and they are becoming less severe. So I've gone through so many testimonials, and this is a really common theme. They might not totally eliminate seizures. However, they often reduce them and really reduce the severity as well. This next one comes in and says, this is my 12-year-old pug. He suffers from seizures, hot spots, allergies, and arthritis. This oil has halted his seizures completely, and his arthritis doesn't affect him at all. And there are so many more. Just 2 more here. Rex started using the CBD oil almost 3 months ago for seizures. As of today, he hasn't had a seizure. It also works wonders for his pain management. And then lastly, Lucy, our 18-year-old Jack Russell Lucy struggled with constant tremors and seizures. Since she began daily dose of CBD, our sweet girl is living a life free of these struggles. So pet owners are writing in all the time saying how well CBD is working for this seizure, and later on in this video I'll show you exactly where these testimonials are coming from. So let's first cover some basics. Firstly, seizures. These are basically caused by the abnormal firing of neurons in the brain. Now, epilepsy is a common long-term neurological disorder which produces reoccurring epileptic seizures. So these are sort of, subbed in for each other quite often. Basically, you can look at it as a seizure is a symptom of epilepsy. So if your dog has epilepsy, they probably have seizures quite often. However, you can certainly have a seizure, whether you, a human, or a dog can have a seizure, but it doesn't necessarily mean they have, the long-term disorder called epilepsy. And then finally, CBD, this is a natural remedy with a strong body of evidence showing that it can help control seizures caused by both epilepsy and some other conditions. Now, seizures in dogs, seizures are a common symptom of conditions affecting the brain, spinal cord, and nervous system. Some seizures can be quite subtle, causing symptoms such as staring, hyperventilation, and rapid eye movements or blinking. However, other seizures can be far more severe, causing uncontrollable physical fits, shaking, tremors, and sometimes even a complete loss of consciousness. Now, in dogs, some common symptoms of a seizure include paddling, suddenly collapsing, excessive drooling or foaming at the mouth, loss of bladder control, stiffness, barking or whining, twitching and jerking, appearing dazed or confused, and again, temporarily losing consciousness. So if your dog's experienced any of these, then they might have had a seizure. Now, epilepsy is one of the most common long-term neurological disorders that's affecting dogs. It's usually a lifelong condition producing reoccurring epileptic seizures. Now, the causes of epilepsy in dogs vary. It can often be caused by both environmental and genetic factors. Some breeds are more prone to develop epilepsy. However, head trauma, tumors, inflammation, or degenerative brain diseases can also end up causing epilepsy. Now, Can CBD help control seizures? And it can. Perhaps one of the best known medicinal uses for CBD is its ability to control seizures, tremors, tics, and spasms. And it does this because CBD is a natural anticonvulsant. Now, news of CBD's anticonvulsant properties first broke in 2013 with the story of Charlotte Figi, a young girl from Colorado. Charlotte, born in 2006, has Dravet syndrome, a rare form of epilepsy which, in Charlotte's case, caused her to have around 400 seizures per week. And some of these seizures lasted for over 30 minutes. Now, Charlotte's parents discovered that a CBD-rich cannabis extract, now sold officially as Charlotte's Web, was the only thing able to reduce their daughter's seizures and improve her overall condition. Today, CBD is highly regarded for its strong anticonvulsant properties. In fact, recently, the American Epilepsy Society officially confirmed that CBD helps reduce epileptic seizures. The society published a study, one of the largest of its kind, testing the efficacy and safety of CBD on children and young adults with hard-to-treat forms of epilepsy. The results from the study were clear. CBD helped reduce both the frequency and severity of seizures, sometimes by as much as 45%. This was far from the first study exploring the effects of CBD on epilepsy and seizures. One of the major clinical studies into this field was published in The Lancet, a highly regarded, peer-reviewed medical journal, in 2016. The study found that cannabidiol reduced seizures by an average of 36%. Now, how exactly CBD works to control seizures, however, isn't completely clear. CBD, just like other cannabinoids, interacts with the endocannabinoid system, or ECS, which is a biological system that occurs naturally in all mammals. The ECS consists of two main receptors, CB1 and CB2, which can interact with both endocannabinoids, which are produced naturally in the brain, and cannabinoids like CBD, which is sourced from plants. Now, while scientists still don't fully understand the ECS, research shows it's involved in a wide variety of bodily processes. Some research suggests that once processed by the ECS, CBD has the ability to affect specific receptors and channels in the brain that can help calm the rapid, abnormal firing of neurons and thereby help control seizures. So if you are interested in reviewing these studies, you can head over to Cannabis Supplements for Pets, and in our report on CBD for dogs with seizures and epilepsy, you can find links to all these studies, and I'll include a link to that report in the description of this YouTube video. Now, you might be wondering, can I use CBD to treat my dog's seizures? Now, most of the research into CBD and its effects on epilepsy have been conducted either on lab animals or humans. Nonetheless, it is fine to use CBD to treat epilepsy and seizures in dogs too. And in a few minutes, I'll highlight some amazing testimonials of dogs who are seeing great results with CBD products. So remember, just like humans, dogs also have an endocannabinoid system, meaning they respond to cannabinoids in a similar way to us. And in fact, CBD is highly regarded as a well-tolerated supplement for dogs. Most CBD pet supplements, like those that I review on my site or mention in these videos, they're made using hemp, a type of cannabis bred specifically to have high concentrations of CBD and only trace amounts of THC, which is the main psychoactive ingredient in cannabis. This basically means that the plants used to make pet CBD products that I've used or mentioned in these videos are incapable of producing a high or negative psychoactive effect. So your dog won't get buzzed. So this simple diagram might help explain this a little bit better. You can see cannabis there in the center, and just think of cannabis as having two species, hemp and marijuana. So for pet CBD products, they're usually derived from hemp. They have high levels of CBD and very low levels and sometimes zero traces of THC. On the other side, marijuana comes from cannabis, and it has CBD as well, but it also has higher levels of THC. And that's usually what's used when people smoke recreationally. They smoke marijuana and they get high. It's because of the THC in marijuana. So although they come from cannabis, hemp and marijuana are different for these purposes. And pet CBD, it's always derived usually from hemp products. So what are the benefits of using CBD to treat seizures in dogs? Now let's be honest, there's no shortage of anticonvulsants available to you and your dog. So why should you bother with CBD when you can simply stick with a regular anticonvulsant like phenobarbital, diazepam, or potassium bromide? Well, unlike many of these medicines, CBD produces very few serious side effects. In fact, most pet owners report no negative changes to their dog's behavior from CBD. Besides being well tolerated and safe, CBD is often considered a supplement rather than a medication. This means you can usually give your pet CBD without having to make any adjustments to their regular medication or diet. But it's always good to check with your vet first if they are using medication right now. Bottom line, if your pet suffers from epilepsy or any other condition causing them to have seizures, I highly recommend trying to treat their symptoms with CBD. It's safe and it works. Now, a common question that pet owners have is what's the proper CBD dosage for dogs with seizures? And I've actually addressed this in a previous video, a full video on CBD dosage for dogs. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you should see a little link in the top right corner. If you click that, you can go and watch this full video on CBD dosage for dogs. And I'll also include a link in the description below this video where you can go ahead and watch that. Basically, dosage will depend on the type of CBD product you're using, whether it's a CBD oil, a treat, or a capsule. It's going to depend on the brand you're using. Most brands give really good instructions on how to dose their particular CBD. It's going to depend on the ailment. So dogs with seizures typically will require a larger dose than if you're dealing with a dog that just has a bit of anxiety due to a thunderstorm, for example. And then also the size of your dog. Smaller dogs require less dosage than larger dogs. But if you want a full detailed video, you can find that in the description below. Now, the most important question that you're probably wondering is, are dogs with seizures reporting good results? Are there reviews out there? Are there some great testimonials? And there certainly are. Here, we're going to review very quickly 3 brands, King Canine, Canapet, and Holistapet. I've used these 3 brands on my dogs personally. Great results. You can find links to their websites and more information in the description below this video. So I'm going to jump over to my computer and we're going to head over to these websites and see some testimonials of dogs with seizures who are using these CBD products. Okay, so we are on the King Canine website. You can see they have hundreds of positive customer reviews, and one that stood out here is this particular review supplied by Ivy in May of 2018. She has a 12-year-old pug. This is my 12-year-old pug. He suffers from seizures, hot spots, allergies, and arthritis. This oil has halted his seizures completely, and his arthritis doesn't affect him at all. So very, very good. It says he will randomly go and grab a toy and play with it when I haven't seen him do that in 3 years. So This dog's seen some great results, and the pet owner says, "Thank you for this amazing product, truly a lifesaver." So that's a great testimonial. Just one of the many hundreds that the brand King Canine is getting. Another brand that I like is Holistapet. So we're on their section here on their website. We can scroll down to reviews, and a review for seizure was supplied here by Barry. So Barry wrote in and submitted this testimonial. Maybe we can just zoom in on it here. And he says, "My name is Barry and my dog has been suffering from seizures ever since she was diagnosed with a form of kidney disease. She has been getting an average of at least 3 seizures per day, and they come by surprise without warning." So he goes on to say that he started to use some tincture and also some capsules. And he says, "My dog's seizures have already reduced by 50%. She is now getting them less often, and they are becoming less severe." So I did mention at the beginning that that is a very common thing that we'll see among testimonials from pet owners. CBD does not always cure seizures. However, it has often totally eliminated them with certain dogs, but it will often, if it doesn't cure and totally eliminate them, then it will often reduce the amount of seizures that your dog might be getting, and as well, it will also reduce their severity. So that's a great testimonial there from Barry with Holistapet. So let's jump over to another website here called Canapet, the third brand that we mentioned here. They have a ton of great testimonials on their website here. We're just looking at testimonials for just seizures and epilepsy. And if I scroll down, you can see that there are hundreds of testimonials here from pet owners who have really seen great results here. There's 4 pages on just dogs with seizures. You can see here there's Chloe, Zeus, Lucy, and so forth. And I'll just click on some of these and highlight some of them here. We have Lucy. Our 18-year-old Jack Russell, Lucy struggled with constant tremors and seizures. She began with a daily dose of CBD. Our sweet girl is living life free of these struggles. I can't thank you enough. Another one, Rex. Rex started using CBD oil almost 3 months ago for seizures. As of today, he hasn't had a seizure. I've read many testimonials of pet owners that say that these CBD products are really helping remove the occurrences of seizures and the severity as well. And here's another one, a bit of a longer one here from Zeus. "My dog Zeus is a little over 2 years old. He started having seizures about 10 months old, multiple seizures in a day, usually somewhere between 4 and 7. The vet has put him on several different kinds of medication. Nothing seems to be working, still having the seizures. We started him on this brand, Canapet products. About a month ago, he has had 2 seizures since." So they started them on CBD. He's had 2 seizures in a whole month when he used to have 4 to 7 every day. So these are some great testimonials, and I can tell you that there are so many of these great testimonials. Some of these dogs are really seeing some great results from CBD. If your dog has seizures often, or if they just have them every once in a while, I strongly recommend that you consider trying CBD. There's a lot of great testimonials out there, and I really truly feel that it could help your dog. If you need more detailed information on these 3 brands, you can head over to cannabissupplementsforpets.com. I review all the top brands of CBD pet products. You can also find free guides like the 7 amazing CBD oil benefits for pets, and also a CBD dosage guideline that you can download for free. Now, you can find links to these 3 websites in the description of this YouTube video as well. Now, finally, I would like to thank you for watching, and I do encourage you to subscribe to this channel for more information and videos about CBD for dogs. And you can just see here on the screen, you can find some links to some other popular videos as well. Now, if you do start using CBD with your pet, I really hope that you see some great results. Take care.